Hi everyone, it's so good to be here again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your love and your support. And it's so exciting that the Edo State election is just few days away, and it will be done and dusted. All we just hope is that this election is free, it's fair, it's credible, and also very peaceful. Yes, that is what we are really waiting for and hoping will happen during this election. And there are speculations actually that Tinubu says that Oshiomhole would not open his eyes to watch PDP and Obaseki win Edo poll. But really, what can he do? Does he really have that power to change things? Though he's the leader of the All Progressive Congress (APC), so he still has a lot of power. But the PDP too are not asleep, and they would ensure that they put all hands on deck to also ensure that they are winning the election. But we're going to quickly look at this because Tinubu said Oshiomhole would definitely not watch his candidate lose in Edo State. And, there are opinions and speculations that definitely, Oshiomhole have stuff up his sleeves to, make sure that his candidate emerges because he wants to show everyone that he has made one person before to become the governor and he can still do it again. So he is of the opinion that, definitely he's not going to allow PDP win this election with everything he has. Anyway, I'll bring you details of this shortly. But before then, if you haven't subscribed, please ensure you hit the subscribe button immediately and also give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell because that is the best way you get notified anytime we drop a new video. Okay, guys, let us dive right into the details of this report. As it says, there are opinions that Tinubu says Oshiomhole would not allow PDP to win the Edo polls, that definitely he will not open his eyes and watch all of this happen before him. Ahead of the 2023 presidential election, it is important that the APC win as many states as possible to their side in order to have easy access to votes and the support of the people. It will be of great disadvantage to the APC if they lose the Edo election to PDP. If Edo fully becomes a PDP state, it would affect the votes of APC in the 2023 polls. Therefore, the APC needs to do all that it takes to make sure that they win Edo back before it finally becomes a PDP state. Edo State seemed to be the only South-South state that the APC once have control over. If the APC loses Edo to PDP, it would mean that the APC doesn't have any South-South state under their control. Due to this, the APC must make sure they win Edo election and bring Edo under the influence and control of APC in order to have an easy ride and get access to votes from Edo State. Tinubu, Buhari, and Oshiomhole are the important men in the APC who would make sure the Edo election is free and fair election how possible. Security will be deployed to Edo in order to make sure that there are no foul play amongst the party. APC controls a very large population in Edo, and this is a guarantee that APC has what it takes to come to power September 19th, and the government needs to provide security. And yes, we all know that the IGP already said they are going to mobilize security to the state. But really, are we sure the right securities will be sent to the state? I've seen instances during voting where, police will be available. You see security men all seated. And at the same time, you see party agents sharing money amongst electorates before they go out to vote. And they use a marker to, mark their fingers so that they won't, return to collect another round of money. And it has been going on. So it is not new, or it is no longer news that the security men are also corrupt, because of course party members also settle these guys. You cannot put 50 you can't put 50 security men to one voting center. Definitely. So most times they are really not much. You just see some of their vehicles patrol some of the the polling booths. Aside that, you have about maybe 4 or 5 of them in one polling unit. And if something should happen sometimes, those guys are really not enough, because even sometimes the kind of violence that happens, before they could get themselves, they have to call for backups, and that has really made voting to be very difficult for electorate. And this that Governor Obaseki have seen, the IGP, and he promised that there will be security on ground. It is so funny, because over the years the securities have really not been doing much. Sometimes you go to some polling units, you see about 1 or 2 security men there, and it has really not helped. So we just really hope that it will not be so for the Edo State election. And now that Tinubu is saying about, Oshiomhole would not sit back and watch the election being won by the People's Democratic Party. So definitely they would have a strategy, or they will have something to, back up whatever reason they have to want to win the election. But I hope that the election would actually go well. It should be free, fair, and credible. But all of this that I see, I doubt if this election will be free, fair, and credible. But I think Nigeria has grown to that level where they should be able to hold a free, fair, and credible election. We all know that Oshiomhole is powerful in Edo State at the moment, because definitely he's heavily backing up Pastor Sage Iyamu, and he has said that he will take anything to ensure that his candidate emerges as the September 19th candidate for the Edo State election. And you know that Oshiomhole does not even want to lose this election at all, and APC also does not even want to lose, because that is the only South state they have left if they do not win this election. So you can imagine how so many permutations will be going on now to ensure that they hold this state, so that the PDP would not take over Edo State. So you can imagine that calculation that would have been going on among the All Progressive Congress, even when they know their candidate is not fit, or maybe the candidate is fit enough, but they just feel like, okay, definitely they should be able to win this forthcoming election. So I'm sure there are a lot of things going on. I hope that the PDP also put their house together and ensure that they watch carefully, so that they don't miss out in some of the things that will go on that day of election. So my people, that is it from here. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I really do appreciate you. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share, and also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, guys, for all that you do. You have been awesome, and I really appreciate you. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.